Hello everyone, Sky here. The newest character, Castorice, is now here. Is she F2P friendly? Yes, end of the video.
What?
Wait a minute!
Wait, wrong one. Castorice is very similar to a character that we had last year called Firefly. I'm sure you guys are very familiar with this character. They just want one limited character and the rest are pretty much free characters. Remembrance MC is free as you get them from the story, including all of their 6 Eidolons. Gallagher is on her banner, so I guess he's kind of free. For Tribbie, you want to run 4-piece poet with 2-piece bone planner, pretty straightforward. All she needs is HP main stats, an ER rope, and the rest will just be crit stats, so crit rate and crit damage. And for Light Cone, it's literally just dance, or if you can use her signature if you have it. The limited character, in this case Tribbie, can somewhat be substitute for a much worse playstyle, but it still kinda works, at least during her release, because you know the content is going to be catered to the latest release character, as it always is. A good one is... you won't believe it.
Oh no!
Ruanmei. She is a fine character at E0S0 with Meshing Cogs or Memories of the Past Light Cone. So very accessible, so if you don't have MOTP, which is Memories of the Past, you can just use Meshing Cogs, which everyone should have at least one copy of. You can run a slow Ruanmei, 120 speed with Von Weck planner, to keep the uptime high for low cycle clears, or run a 2+2 speed with at least 160 break effect before entering battle, because a trace will get her to 180, and that's what she needs. Sunday kinda works, but it's a bit weird. You will need to hold the dragon and not use the finishing blow, just so you can buff it when Sunday takes his turn. How it works will be like, you use all the blasts, then the last hit you use the claw attack to hold off the dragon, don't let it explode. Then Sunday brings Castorice and the dragon up. He will buff them with the ultimate, and then Castorice uses her skill, her enhanced skill, and the dragon does its thing. But then after that, the dragon will explode and then the buff is gone, so it's kinda sad. I would say Castorice is not 100% dependent on any limited harmony, at least for now. Because, like I said, you know, it's going to be catered to her, the endgame. Your Remembrance MC can just run what you already have been using, either the MOC Shock Light Cone, or the Hurter Shock Light Cone with 2+2 speed relics, and just focus on getting as much speed as you can with crit damage. I would say maybe about 160 speed would be quite nice. Sustains can be on 4-piece Sacridos to buff the dragon, or also just run on 2+2 speed so that you can take as many turns as you can to get as much healing as you can on the team to build the ultimate charge for Castorice. And for their Light Cones, anything that helps with heals, such as the Ho Event Light Cone, or rather it's the Quinnifen Light Cone because her face is on it, or Energy Light Cones like Post-Op Conversation and Shared Feeling. For Castorice herself, do what you did with Tribbie and just copy and paste the relics and main stats, substats. Yep, it's literally the same photo. But for the rope, you run HP % instead of energy regeneration. For Castorice Light Cone, she has little to no alternatives outside of her signature Light Cone. So am I lying? She's actually not F2P friendly? Well, not exactly. You see, there is always a solution to everything. It's just that it's gonna be worse.
Oh no!
But worse or not doesn't mean it does not work. You might have some Light Cones lying around that could work, even though it will perform worse, like I said. Alternatives are any high HP Light Cone, such as the Pailu or Clara Light Cone, which are from the standard banner, or you might have picked them up by losing your 75-25. If you want to buy them, please use the Starlight Shop. It does cost 30 limited pools, but it's much better than using the new LC currency, which you should be saving for a limited Light Cone. I wouldn't recommend buying though. Do note that by doing this, you are only using the HP stat. the effects can't be used because it's a different buff. This is much better than coping with a 4-star or even a 3-star Remembrance Light Cone that only has half or even less than half the HP stat. Like the previous anniversary character Acheron, she might also follow the same trend and get a 4-star Light Cone specific for her sometime down the road. But note that it might be a gacha Light Cone. After playing with Castorice for a while, she's very simple to play as well, not much brain power needed. You just take damage or heal to build up a charge for her ultimate, use the ultimate, and then just let the dragon go. Keep your HP topped up with your sustain healer, and that's the gist of it. Kind of reminds me of Furina from Genshin Impact, they are kind of similar. Of course, this playstyle will be slightly different if you are using Sunday, as I mentioned. Overall, it is cheap enough to pick up for any F2P character, I mean F2P player. Even newer players or returning players, you don't need to wait for a support to rerun or have to pick up a support for her, since all her usable supports, other than Tribbie, are available right now. But as I already said, you can use other harmonies, either free from the shop or on her banner. As an AoE character, she also doubles as a character for pure fiction, just like the Herter. So there will always be a place for her in the endgame. I don't want to claim that she's future-proof or anything, as every and any character can get power crap one day. My point is, the more modes they excel in, I feel they will last longer, while also being the anniversary character. So obviously they want the anniversary character like Acheron, similar to Acheron, to last like a bit longer. Acheron still works today, but requires Jiao Qiu with your E0. I would expect them to have something in the future as well, maybe an RMC replacement that you want to run with Castorice, but that's the future, we don't know. At the end of the day, you should pull what you like, and this is coming from me who somewhat cares about the meta. This is my first time trying to do a character guide. Castorice is my second most favorite character from this planet, that's why I decided to give it a go. I wanted to keep it short and simple. Now you might be wondering why it's missing like a lot of information. Because the title is she F2P friendly? So I wouldn't be talking about premium options like the Battle Pass Light Cone, and I wouldn't be talking about other healers like Luocha because it's simply not as good as Gallagher. As an F2P, you can just use Gallagher and you don't have to waste your golden companion spirits on a Luocha, unless of course you like him. That is all for this video. Thank you for taking your time to watch it, and I appreciate any feedback. Take care and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.